there, I'm Esther, work from home extraordinaire. I've been working home for 7 years, and I am here to give you 9 tips to help you stay focused working from home if you're in the middle of a transition, or you're just getting started, or it's just a really weird time for you and you're trying to make it work and you're having a hard time. Stay tuned. We're going to go through 9 different hot tips that I really use in my daily life. So number 1 and 2, I cannot recommend highly enough. And I actually homeschool my kiddo as well. And so we really rely on creating a routine for yourself and sticking to it, and then creating a schedule for yourself. They're kind of a little bit separate, but intertwined. So 1 and 2, and morning routine is so important. So what time are you going to get up every day? I get up at 8 every single day, and I have a full hour of quiet time. I read my Bible. I do a little devotional. I have my breakfast. I drink my coffee. At 9 a.m., my son knows he needs to be at the table ready to go for school. That's our morning routine. We take a break for lunch around noon, and then mommy has work time, and my husband kind of swoops in and knows that it's time to pick up the reins. I don't know what the word would be for there, but you know what I'm saying. Pick up track? I don't know, whatever. One of those things. Anyway, so he takes over from there. And then also, we have a set routine. So on Tuesday nights, I have meetings pretty late. And so usually Wednesday mornings, my husband, I say, hey, can you do school with Ben in the morning so I can just have a little bit more time in the morning to sleep in, because I'm on calls until like 11 at night sometimes. That's what happens when your team works online around the world. Just FYI behind the scenes. So creating a schedule for yourself and your family really, really helps. And that kind of leads into the next one, which is setting boundaries. So that's the boundary, is my son knows 9 a.m., be at that table. That's the boundary. If that doesn't happen, what's the consequence? And so that's one of our boundaries. And then also I have boundaries for my work too. Mommy's working. This is my focused work time from this hour to this hour. And then we're going to take a break at 3 o'clock, and we're going to play a game, and we're going to go for a walk, or I'm going to take you to your Kung Fu class, whatever that thing is. And doors closed. Don't bother me. I'm in a meeting, or I'm recording a video. So set up those boundaries with your family. Your partner is going to need help too. You guys can have boundaries for each other. And if you're both trying to work from home right now, it's not just the kids you have to wrangle, right? You guys have to help each other. So maybe one spouse works in the mornings until noon and you're with the kids, and then maybe you're going to work in the afternoons and they're going to watch the kids. And it's non-negotiable. Like, mom's not coming out to help you because you can't figure out how to turn the oven on. Women with husbands, you're like, yeah, I've been there. Where does this thing go? And you're like, really? You don't know how to figure that out? It just happens sometimes. I love my husband. We love our husbands. Okay. So work out a plan to split the parenting duties. Just because you're working from home doesn't mean that you're also in charge of keeping the entire house clean, cooking for everybody, doing all of the household tasks. Homeschooling is you don't have to do everything, but you also can't hold it all in and be resentful and angry because nobody's helping me. Have those conversations. What's going to be our schedule? What are the boundaries going to be? When do I get to work on my stuff? Who's making dinner on which nights, right? If one person can make dinner and keep an eye on the kids, that's an hour for you to go and get some work done. And maybe you guys can swap off certain nights of the week. Communication is key here. Everybody's valuable and important in the family. How can we make sure everybody's getting what they need to get done? Another huge one that's very, very helpful is having a designated workspace. I really advocate having a room where you can close a door if you need to be on calls, you need to do any kinds of videos and podcasts. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very difficult. I know some people who've made them in a closet. It's a tiny little desk in a closet, but they can at least shut the door. It makes a huge difference. It also allows your family to know that's when mommy or daddy are working, doors are closed, I can't bother them. There's other times when I'm just kind of doing light things, and it's okay if they interrupt me at the table or whatever. So have a designated workspace. You can make it cute if you want to. I think that really helps to have some motivational stuff up on the walls that's inspiring and that helps you to stay focused. And then also having the stuff you need to do your job. Once I got an office in Bali, my own home office, after years of just kind of working here and there, it was such a game changer because I had so much more focus because everything I needed was right there. I didn't have to try to like, where's my microphone? It's time for me to do a podcast. Oh no, I gotta find my stand for my laptop. That's all time wasting. If you have your pencils, your pens, your paper, your journals, whatever the crap is, your printer, like it's all ready to go and organized, you're not wasting time trying to find stuff. So having the designated workspace is important for multiple reasons. It's not just like something nice that we should have. And also it doesn't need to be an office with a door that's shuts, although that's a great tax benefit if you can do that. It could be a closet. It could be a corner of your room. It could be whatever it is, okay? Another one that I highly recommend is, I know you're gonna hate this because it provides a great distraction, is turning off your social media. I know, it's hard, but I went through my phone and I turned off anything and all notifications. I have no notifications that pop up on my phone. I get to choose when I want to tap on Facebook and check my Facebook. I get to choose when it's my TikTok time. This is my husband and I call it before bed. I was like, I want to have my TikTok time. And then we sit for like an hour or two and just watch TikToks together. But honestly, that is so much more efficient than all day having your phone ding, ding. My husband, he has the news going off all day on his phone and his friends are sending him messages. Like it's crazy time. And I'm like, I'm the one who runs a business and I don't even have my phone on like that. What are you doing? Some of us are more efficient than others. I'm just gonna say it. So turning off social media can really, really help because you don't have that constant distraction. Also, there's a couple of apps that are here to help because this is a known thing. And it's especially true when you're working from home and you don't have a boss who's looking over your shoulder or those sites aren't blocked because I know at a lot of companies they are. I used to work at one, I know. So for Apple, you can check out Moment and the Self-Control app. Great options and they help just block things during your designated work times. Android, you can check out Off Time or Flipped, F-L-I-P-D. I don't know why I spell it out because I know that it's going to be on the screen, but you know, it's like, I think the teacher in me. Google Chrome, pretty much everybody got a Chrome. So if you have that on your desktop laptop, then you can use the Stay Focused or Mindful Browsing. And then it's okay to check social media. I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever do it. I'm just saying have it at times so that it's not a distraction to when you get your work done. Y'all are gonna be so excited. If you've been working in a traditional environment before and then you transition to work from home, and if you can start to put some of this into practice, you're gonna be amazed at how much work you can get done in 2 hours if you don't have any distractions. You're gonna be like, why am I sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day? Or like, what am I doing there all day? You're getting distracted and interrupted. That's what you're having done. So you'll get a lot done in a small amount of time. The next two are to kind of just help you stay accountable. If you're working from home, if you're extroverted or introverted, you need some social interaction. So one thing, if you're like stuck at home because of a family illness or because the country's under a quarantine or whatever the thing that's going on and you literally can't go anywhere, it feels like a prison. Normal work from home is not like that. Normally we go to a cafe this day, a co-workspace this day, I'm going to my yoga class and running some errands in the day. We get out of the house every single day. So don't compare that you think that this is how it's always gonna be if you're in that kind of a situation right now. But either way, whether you're working from home and you're getting out every single day or you're working from home and you're trapped at home right now, then get an accountability buddy. I have a team that I work with and we're on Slack. I have a couple people I talk to on Messenger, not a ton, and you don't want it to be a social media distraction. So like have those times when you check in. But one of the best things you can do is just share with a person like, hey, what were your wins today? What's the stuff you want to get done today? And what's the stuff that you got done? I've been sharing my wins with my group of girlfriends. It's not even work related, but I put any work related wins in there. And it's been so uplifting for all of us. And it just allows you to have a moment of gratitude and thoughtfulness of what you got done that day and then set some intention for the next day. Otherwise, the day will get behind you. The day will get away from you, and then all of a sudden it's 9 p.m. and it's TikTok time and you're like, what did I even do today? We don't want that to happen. A great way to help you stay focused is by taking breaks. Taking breaks is so important. I don't take enough breaks. I'm trying to get better at it. But a 15-minute walk around the block, taking your dog outside, just sitting outside in the garden and having a cup of tea, it actually is scientifically proven to help your brain. When your brain gets those breaks, it comes back to work stronger and you're able to come back and be more focused. So here, I've done some experiments with this before. I've tried 2 hours without a break and like looking at how much I got done compared to 2 hours with a break, and it's totally different because your brain just starts to die. So if you can take a break, whatever the minute is that you want to take it, and then come back, you're going to be so much more efficient. You're going to get so much more done. So it's really helping you in the long run. Also, eating. I sometimes forget to eat, or I'll have too much caffeine, even though I don't have very much, but my body's just like, we don't need to eat. You had coffee this morning. We're good for the day. Not healthy either, and that will kill your focus too. So sometimes maybe you can work breaks, like make sure you have a break for a snack in the morning, lunchtime, and then maybe an afternoon tea kind of a thing too. Some things that work for people is called the Pomodoro method or the Ultradian rhythm. I haven't heard of that second one until I did research for this. But the Pomodoro is cool. I've done that before. It's when you work for 25 minutes, you literally set timers and then you take a 5-minute break. And the Ultradian, that sounds better. The Ultradian rhythm is when you work in 90-minute cycles, which is apparently quite aligned. The reason I don't love Pomodoro is if you're trying to do something like writing or creating something and you really need to get into the zone, 25 minutes isn't quite enough. That's like right when you're getting into it. Great for like when you're trying to just get a to-do list done. So the Ultradian, I think that's probably how you say it, right guys? Is you work in 90-minute cycles and then you take a 20-minute break. So maybe you can play with those kinds of options and maybe you can find some accountability buddies to do that kind of stuff with. I know we do that with our students in my program. All right, last two, ready? Create a reward system. So if you can set some goals for yourself, I'll tell you what mine are, that incentivize you to get your stuff done, it's going to help you be a lot more focused. And you can do it with your kids too. So you'd be like, mommy just has to get stuff done for 2 hours, or daddy, whatever you call yourself. I have to get stuff done for 2 hours, and then at 3 o'clock, we're going to play for half an hour. You can even do that then, or we're going to go for a walk, or we're going to do whatever. So if you need to do that with your family as part of your boundaries, that can work well. You guys want to know what my incentives are? If I get all my work done by 3 o'clock, then I take a nap. 2-3 o'clock. That's my thing. If I don't, then I have to keep working and I don't get to get done until like dinner time. Wah wah. For the most part, I'm able to, like I said, get my work done pretty quickly because I work so efficiently. So that's a great incentive is naps. If your kids are old enough to let you. Or maybe your spouse and you can take turns doing naps. My husband used to do that when Ben was little. And then my other one is that I actually will take pretty much all of Friday off if I did well during that whole week and got all my stuff done, or Monday, depending on like how it works. If I can't take the Friday off because it's something, then I'll be like, okay, well, we're gonna take Monday off instead because I got all my work done. So might not always work for what your business or what your career, your company is allowing you to do, but figure out what works for you. It could be that you're gonna go buy a new thing. It could be that you're gonna do something fun with your kids or whatever the thing is. And then last but not least, is set an end time. Oh, really hard when you're a business owner because your business never sleeps, but your company, like, have an end time. Is it going to be 5 p.m. that you're done, or is it going to be 6 p.m.? What's that thing? And for some of us that have teams that are all around the world, I do have to do a nighttime check-in, usually around anywhere between 9 and midnight. I go to bed late. That's why I get up at 8. But like I said, I have meetings until 11, right? So if I said, well, my start end time is 5, that doesn't work for me. So figure out what works for you. But I try to be done by dinner time. I don't even look at my phone really for the rest of the evening. That's all family time. But then my husband knows before bed at some point I'm gonna have to do a Slack check and check in with my team and answer questions because that's when a whole bunch of them wake up. And I want to be able to be responsive at least once during their day. So anyway, figure out what works for you, but have a shut off time and have, time blocking can be so helpful, setting up that routine and that schedule. Because like I said, my family knows when I'm 100% available and they know when mom's closed door, we can't do that. They know when we're gonna do fun stuff. Like we know when my husband's making dinner, the nights when I'm making dinner, have more time to work on things. That stuff can make a huge difference. And I'll end with this. If you're going through a difficult time right now, maybe you have to be home because you're sick or a family member is sick, maybe you just had a new baby and you're trying to transition into working from home, or maybe you're going through a national quarantine, whatever the thing is, don't have too high of expectations for yourself. Be realistic. Sometimes you might not be able to get everything done on your list. Today might just have been about surviving and being thankful for what we have. And that is okay. This stuff is supposed to help and inspire. It's not supposed to make you feel bad because you're not doing all the things that you saw on Pinterest that you were supposed to do. Not at all. I'm just trying to give you some tips so that you can help, but don't feel pressured to do all the things because it's not possible sometimes. It really just isn't. And I know that sometimes, I'm struggling with not being able to leave the house and I get really, really depressed. And so a win for me is taking a walk in the sunshine and having a virtual call with my friend. And yeah, that's not work, but that's still really, really important that I schedule that into my week and into my day. And so if you're wanting help in how to transition into being able to work from home or work online, maybe you got a taste of it right now and you're like, ooh, that sounds cool. You'd like to have a flexible schedule. You would love to make a full-time income working part-time hours. If you have any interest in that, I would love to give you a free ticket to my Work From Anywhere virtual summit. It has over 21 videos. We have, I think, 13 or more different experts talking about all different kinds of online jobs that are available, how they got started, how you can get started, tons of resources, and just other aspects of working from home, like how to deal with the finances, how to find work, what to do with your resume, things like that, that I knew you would want to know about. So check that out, grab your free ticket, it'll be linked appropriately, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and you should subscribe, because we should be friends forever and hang out like this all the time, because I'm fun, you're fun. This sounds cool. All right, see you in the next one.